Hello, friends. Today I am giving you an update on my portfolio. The last one I gave you was about a month ago. So I want to do this every month. But before we jump into it, I just want to thank you for all the support that you have shown me. I want to thank my 106 subscribers so far in the last 6 weeks that I've been doing this. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for the notes of encouragements and the comments, the feedback. Some of you guys have been really nice suggesting videos. I have a couple of videos that I'm making out of suggestions, and so I really appreciate that. Also, some of you guys have been asking me for if you guys can have access to my Excel sheet. I appreciate that. I have joined buymeacoffee.com, and you can go and get it there. If you would like to buy me a coffee, you can just also do it from there and show your financial support. I'm planning to do a little bit more with this website as I continue to grow and as I continue to see how I can create value, because even though lately I've been just doing stock analysis, I would like to also, I'm passionate about professional, personal finance and stuff like that. So I will be trying to get more of those videos in. Another way that you can support me is just by watching the videos, subscribing to the channel, and just liking and sharing with your friends. So before we jump into my personal finances, and once again, thank you very much. But before we jump in, just remember that what I'm sharing over here is for educational purposes. I am not a financial advisor, and I am not. You should not be sharing. You should not be following what I do without doing any research or anything like that. So this is as at the end of November. This is how my portfolio breaks down. We had 4.7% in cash. We had 58.6% in ETFs and 36.7% in stocks. When it comes to ETFs, I made a couple changes from last video, from last month. I had the the SCHD ETF, which is a dividend ETF. As I've been analyzing what I want to do, I would like to focus more on growth. Some of you guys have been asking me what my philosophy of investing is, and I am not a dividend investor. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with it. I am more of a value investor. First, I like to find good companies in low prices and or very good opportunities, maybe mid companies, and see a possibility of being them on a discount. Because right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to focus on growing our small nest egg, and then maybe later egg nest. Well, and later looking into then moving more into the income part. So if you look at my ETF, and I can get into it in another video if you guys would like me to do that. The majority of them, the QQQ, the SCHG, and the SCHX are very, very, very highly weighted on large caps and growth. GPQ, even though it does provide a nice, I think it's like an 11%, somewhere around there. It changes every month. Dividend, they are mostly focused on large caps. And then you have JAPI that also gives a big dividend. So I'm using this to give me some income. They do a lot of options, so that's part of exposure that I want. But if you notice, is from my perspective, it's not that much, because even though it's almost 40%, they don't spend 40 or 100% of those funds in auctions. Jumping right along, these are the sectors. The The biggest sector that I am invested on is consumer defensive, which has not changed. I still have Kroger, Albertson, Pepsi, and Coca-Cola. I've made videos on Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Kroger. My hope is to make videos on all of them. Then the second sector that I have is financial services with MasterCard, Visa, T. Rowe Price, and PayPal. PayPal, I just bought it not too long ago after making the video that it was suggested to me. After analyzing PayPal, I really like PayPal. So I decided to open a position on that. So I will be making a video on MasterCard and Visa coming up soon, and I have done a video on T. Rowe Price. The next biggest area sector that I have is industrials, which it has ADP, as Canadian National Railroads, which I already made a video on, and I had CSX, which is another railroad. I found Canadian Pacific. They were down. They were I've considered to be a nice possible value in investing opportunity. So I opened a position on that, and also I made a video on Paul on Emo. That's the video that is three small caps that I'm looking at investing in November was Emo, Olaplex, which I did invest on that, and CSV, which is carriers, which I already had invested by the time that I show you guys this this chart. So those are my top 3 industries that I am invested on, and those are my 4 new investors new stocks that I added to the portfolio. I did sold off Chevron because after furthering analyzing ExxonMobil, I really like their deal and I really like how they're positioned. So what I did is I took the money from Chevron and added it to the ExxonMobil. So these are the totals of my 21 stocks by percentages, and you can look at them right here. Here are the performance so far. A lot of them are a little low because a lot of them I have bought them in the past 2 to 3 months, so there hasn't been too much changes. So my ETFs have produced so far 6.4%, and stocks together about a 5.8%. So I would like to then now share with you my top gainers. The top gainers that I have had is Google, which is a very, very, very small position, still being number 1 with a 48% of gain. Olaplex, this one I bought it about a month ago, and it's up 36%. And if you look at the run that they have had in the last month, it's actually 64%. I believe that this stock could get to 3%, which analysts think $3, and as analysts think that it could get to 3 to 3.50. So I am not recommending anybody to buy it. I'm just sharing. If you want more information about Olaplex, please go and watch my video on Olaplex. Then I also bought the CSX railroads. They're up 12%. These are my 2 real estate companies, which real estate, they had a crazy run on Friday. I think it was Friday. Yeah, this one went up 8%. This one went like 3%, but it had been making some runs. There's very interesting things happening in the real estate. A lot of you guys have been asking me about real estate analysis. I'm working on making a special sheet for that because they're different. I would like to do a little bit more explaining on that because I don't want to put just trash out there. So I just want to be very confident on my assessment and my analysis when I put it on the video. My top losers are ExxonMobil with negative 320. It has been going up and down because of a lot of different issues in the Middle East. Movado, they went down after earnings because they didn't do very well. Their numbers were not as good as expected. We have Kroger, which it's a very slowing stock. PayPal, I just bought it, and Pepsi at 2.93%. So those are my stocks. Those are my my portfolio. I really appreciate all the support. Once again, if you want to go and check out my my new page, I will appreciate that. Please leave a comment or leave a review or just subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for all the support, and I'll see you next video.